Meghan Markle's scheme for the American Riviera Orchard brand is at risk of collapse, and that must be an outcome that not many people would be surprised by. Well, this is the main content in today's newsletter. Well, of course, Meghan Markle's plan just involves making a lot of money, but she's got some real problems. Okay, so first of all, that name is so incredibly stupid. So the Riviera is a place, and I don't believe there are any orchards there. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe olives, but Riviera Orchard doesn't make sense. So why call it American Riviera? I mean, the Riviera is a place where celebrities used to frequent, and those celebrities are not really into cooking and gardening. Or maybe it's that Megan wants to be the next Martha Stewart. Well, Martha already had a catering business, and she actually knew how to plan events. She knew how to cook too. She wasn't starting from scratch. And she knew a lot about flower arranging, a lot about design. And really, she knew a lot about gardening too. I mean, I'm not sure that she ever did a lot of gardening, but still, at least she knew about it. I mean, maybe the closest she ever got was cutting flowers to arrange them in a vase, but at least she knew more than Megan does. There are celebrities who got their start on Food Network with cooking shows. Rachel Ray is a good example. There are other lifestyle gurus, as we call them, who started out in Hollywood, like Gwyneth Paltrow. But see, Gwyneth already had a lot of followers. Megan doesn't have anything. Honestly, I doubt she's ever even boiled an egg. She doesn't garden, she doesn't clean her home. So, what kind of authority would she have to tell us about any of those things? Meghan Markle is infamous for marrying an idiotic prince and doing anything she can to stay relevant and famous. That's all, though. There is no real connection to her lifestyle brand. And why does the world need another one? Well, guess what? The world doesn't. Americans are hardly obsessed with the royals. Harry and Meghan don't really do anything at all. And if a few people want to buy the same lipstick that Meghan buys, well, she's going to be very lucky. So Meghan Markle is working on all these deals to establish herself as America's leading kitchen and lifestyle guru, but it's not gonna work. I guess she's thinking that fans will be excited to watch her make her favorite dishes on a new TV cooking show on Netflix, and the people are going to want to buy her recipes and books that are published by Penguin. And I guess her handlers at WME are about as delusional as she is. They think this is an incredibly savvy cross marketing strategy. And if the American Riviera Orchard brand takes off, then it's going to be the most popular. And then items could be sold at stores and supermarkets all over the country. Meghan's legal team has already applied for so many trademarks, all the way from cookware to crockery to jams, yoga mats, beach towels, dog food, soaps, cosmetics, and all of that garbage is going to be available for sale on her new website and also, of course, her reactivated Instagram account. So Meghan is trying to act like this is going to be the same as Martha Stewart's brand. I think it's going to be more similar to that than Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop. And Meghan dropped using her name as part of the brand after the popularity polls showed that that was not a good idea. Well, Meghan Markle, the dollar store duchess, nobody wants to see her cook anything. And who even buys cookbooks these days? Just look up the recipe online, save your money. But when does Meghan ever even cook? I mean, I'm pretty sure she has stolen all those recipes from Corey Vitello, who she used to date. And the security in Canada complained that she was using them like her own personal messengers, collecting takeaways and Starbucks, McDonald's, all that. Megan is also just really out of touch. She does not know how to read the room. I mean, remember how she wrote those messages of support for sex workers in marker on bananas? Pretty interesting, though, that she has dropped her name from the brand because she realized how unpopular she is. Does she really think that people are so dumb? She's still going to be unpopular. She thinks a lot of herself, but she's the only one who feels that way. I wouldn't buy anything from her, especially not related to pets. I mean, she's going to be showing up on the Home Shopping Network next thing we know. Her oven also looks a little bit dirty to me. Such a step down from royalty, though. She used to have access to tiaras and diamonds, and now she's having to sell stuff to clean the bathroom. Looks to me like Megan's also missing more than a few things. She doesn't have an approved trademark. She doesn't have a CEO. She doesn't even have a system to keep track of all the products. She's got about 582,000 social media followers, and that was after about a week after the launch. So what could possibly go wrong here? I do wonder if Flamingo Estates is worried about this new competition, or more likely, they're just glad that they dodged a bullet by refusing to work with her. Oh, and just wait for the publicity blitz. It's coming. Meghan's got to promote this new brand. Now, maybe she would have some luck if she would sell it at dollar stores. Now, if you want to buy some really nice soap, you can go to Bath and Body Works, you can go to Lush. I don't think it matters what Meghan calls this new brand. It's going to be a failure because she's doing it. Meghan is never going to put in the hard work that is necessary for an idea like this to succeed. Even with an established, existing popular brand presence, it would take a lot of hard work, a lot of intelligence, and a lot of money to become successful. The marketplace is already so crowded, and the thing is, people have more than enough options of things to buy. In fact, I would say that we're buying too much these days. So I suspect that her agents, and I mean, in the absence of any other real opportunities to market Meghan Markle, they decided to just play into her Duchess delusions. And Meghan has some really overinflated ideas about herself. She believes that she's so important and that people care about what she has to say. So they figured they could make her into a global brand presence through product, but it's never going to work. Because at the end of the day, you can't really polish a turd. And to successfully leverage this Orchard brand to make it successful at all, well, you still go right back to Meghan Markle. And her reputation is in the toilet. She is one of the world's most despised people. So good luck. But this plan is never going to succeed. And one big reason, again, is that Meghan Markle is never going to put in the time necessary to make sure the business is successful. I mean, she only works 1 hour a week. It's going to take a lot more than that to run a business. And Meghan's not going to do a good job either with pricing her stuff. She's going to mark it way up just so that she can take more money, but then people aren't going to buy it. So there are a few examples of famous people who built successful brands like Ina Garten, Rachel Ray, Martha Stewart, are other celebrities too who have built successful brands, but the difference between them and Meghan Markle is they started out as likable, respected, and popular. Meghan, no. Meghan lost so much respect when she left the royal family in the way that she did. She had an amazing platform there to do some real good in the world, but that wasn't good enough for her. So fine, Meghan, do what makes you happy, but still don't expect us to respect you or support you by buying the garbage that you're selling. You have not earned that. I mean, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna sell some spare sausage, maybe? I can imagine Megan boiling something in a cauldron, but that's about all I can imagine. And I know she and Harry are still seeking fame and fortune. They have a few years left, I guess, to use those titles. The Riviera Orchard name, though, it doesn't sound celebrity at all. I mean, I guess it's better than California Princess or Duchess in America, but still not much better. I see it though. There is one bright side to Meghan Markle. I mean, she always has got these schemes that she's going to make a lot of money. But the problem is her schemes are always half baked, and so she just fails. The only thing she's really good at is wasting Harry's money. Let's talk about Martha Stewart. I'm going to compare Martha and Meghan. They really do have something in common. So, Martha Stewart had to go to jail for insider trading. No thanks to her daughter's boyfriend at the time, of course. But that didn't really keep her down for long. She regrouped and she kept her brand going. Although, if I remember correctly, Martha Stewart Omnimedia was either sold or it was shut down altogether. But the biggest difference between Martha Stewart and Meghan Markle is that Martha Stewart grew up helping her parents cook, helping them garden, helping them can foods and preserve foods. So her work ethic is real and it was developed when she was very young. She was also a model and she started her own catering business. I mean, she built an empire on being a domestic diva. She has very high standards for all her endeavors, and that's why she is so successful. Stewart is not going to put up with anything less than excellence. It doesn't have to be perfect, but she has very high standards. Now, many people think that she is a perfectionist, and I'm sure in some ways she is. But Meghan is not a hard worker. She has no work ethic. I mean, we know that because she only spent 72 days as a working royal and then she ran away because it was too hard. And it seems like Meghan can't even decide on what she wants to sell. She's like she's wanting to sell everything under the sun. So the idea of focusing her business and building it slowly is obviously a lost concept on her. Meghan Markle just wants immediate success. When you see people like Martha Stewart or Rachel Ray or Ina Garten or other celebrities with these expansive product lines, they all start with just one thing that they really focus on. And then they build their brand slowly and then they branch out. They start writing cookbooks, they start selling pots and pans and dishes and other stuff. By See it, this business is dead in the water already before it even really started, and that's because nobody actually wants to work for Meghan. Conclusion: no, this new endeavor of Meghan Markle's is not going to be successful. The only thing I hope, though, is that she can focus on this new business and stop telling lies about the royal family. Well, folks, that's all the information and analysis that we have about Meghan Markle's plan for the American Riviera Orchard brand. How do you feel about this issue? Do you hope that Meghan succeeds or do you hope that she fails? Please leave your thoughts below in the comments, and we're going to be even happier if you support us with a like, share, and subscribe to the channel.